Hey guys, what's up? Stick Boy here, and welcome to a redirect to the third time I've tried to upload this reaction. For some reason, mine keeps getting blocked in the United States. Now, why mine? I have no idea, because I'm sure if you're looking for this reaction that you've probably seen at least a dozen other reactions to this episode. Many of them from channels that I've never even seen before, but they're all on YouTube. They can all be played in the United States. For some reason, mine can't. So, I'd like to send a big fuck you to Turner and to YouTube for what feels like singling me out and not allowing me to keep my video up, because I dispute it, and usually what happens when you dispute is that the viewing restrictions go down unless it's blocked worldwide. But if it's blocked in X number of countries, when you file a dispute, what normally happens is that the viewing restrictions go away and it's free to view, and then you always lose the dispute, but that's all that happens. You lose the dispute, but they generally don't go back and take the video back down. But in this case, when I lose the dispute, it's blocking in the US only, and it just really pisses me off. I don't know. But anyways, by now you've probably clicked on the redirect link. If you haven't done that, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this episode. Now that I've seen it and I have had a while to think about it, but if you're looking for my initial reaction, go ahead and take the redirect and pause this, and then if you play on, I'm going to tell you kind of what I thought about it a little more. So I'm going to give you a chance to do that. All right. So if you're still watching, hopefully you've watched my reaction already. Obviously the big thing is we saw White Diamond. We've met White Diamond, and we kind of got a sort of kind of idea what she's like, which I think most people would agree she's pretty intimidating, a pretty unsettling character, and the main reason for that is that she basically knows that Steven is Pink Diamond without even being told, and she just basically sent Steven to his room. Pretty much. It's like, okay, glad you're back. Well, now, back where you belong. Not even giving him a chance to explain what's going on. So, my biggest thing is, like, how much does White know? How much does White know about what happened? Because it kind of looks to me like she not only knows what happened with Pink, but it almost looks like she was. It almost looks like she was in on the ruse, if you will. Like she was part of it. Like she orchestrated it. Because that brings me to the next thing that I want to get into, which is White Pearl and our Pearl, aka Pink Pearl. Yeah, I put that in quotes because you probably noticed that I said, what happened to you? Did they trade pearls? Kind of because it kind of looks like, because of the gem placement, it would be easy to assume that White Pearl used to belong to Pink, and our Pearl used to belong to White, which I think was an old theory, a pretty old theory that looks like it may have some, looks like it really may have some merit now. Not that it didn't before, but now we're starting to see some signs, some real legitimate signs in the show that that's probably the case. If White knew all along, if she orchestrated it, it's certainly it's certainly plausible to think that she sent her own pearl with Pink because of her abilities, as opposed to sending Pink's pearl, which looks pretty rough, possibly even broken, very robotic. We're not sure why that is. You can only speculate as to why that is, but I certainly am on board with the idea that not only is our pearl originally White's pearl. If you need any more evidence of that, you can certainly look at the way Pearl knew about White Diamond as soon as her name came up. I would think that, maybe all the pearls don't necessarily know each other, but I think that in order for a pearl to really know another gem, they need to have spent a considerable amount of time with that gem. And since she said, you have no idea what she's capable of, that tells me that she knows a lot about White, and to know that much about White, she's spent a significant amount of time with White. So that kind of implies that, yeah, Pearl probably did belong to White. We're probably going to find more out about that when it picks back up after however long this hiatus is going to be. But yeah, those are the biggest things. Obviously, the corruption. If White was in on it, if White was in on this whole thing, the gems may be corrupted instead of obliterated because White didn't want them to be obliterated. And White was in on the attack. If Blue and Yellow think they should have been obliterated, killed off, and they weren't, and they don't really understand why they weren't, White was in on that attack. So that could very well be where the corruption came from. White maybe knew that this was all just a farce to let Pink Diamond play her little game. So she may have put the gems in a state of suspended animation until it was all said and done. So she may plan, now that Pink's back, she may plan on undoing the corruption to get the colonization of Earth, whatever they were going to do with Earth, back rolling again. So White could be a major villain here, a major antagonist, and Blue and Yellow seemed kind of on the neutral, but at the same time they didn't seem to really get what was going on. So on Earth, because Blue is like, oh, she's been trapped here with these creatures on this awful planet, so they obviously don't get that Steven likes Earth, and they probably don't get that Pink liked Earth, and that Pink wanted to save the life on Earth. So there's a whole lot of shit still left to hit the fan. So yeah, those are my thoughts. If you stayed this long, I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what I think of it, and yeah, can't wait. Till then, till this picks back up, I'm Stickboy, and I will see you later.